My pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of self. I welcome all of you for today's session of Brahmasutra. Today is the last session of fourth chapter. The fourth chapter of Brahmasutra we studied. Both fourth chapter was focused on the mukti or liberation. The liberation of different kinds we discussed in the fourth chapter. Today, we are considering the fourth chapter, fourth pada, fourth section, and last sutra, last couple of sutras. The focus of today's talk is powers of a seeker, powers of a upasaka, powers of a meditator, Shakti or power or glory of a meditator, upasaka. So this is called Jagat Vyapar Adhikaranam. Let us offer our prayers. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devi Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudire Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram. So, chapter 4 is about liberation, mukti. There are three types of living beings. An ignorant person will go through a cycle of birth and death, infinite number of times, infinite births. We call it as Punarapi Janaram, Punarapi Maranam. Again and again go through by circle of birth and death. A upasaka, on the other hand, will have a birth. He'll do upasana. Upasaka means bhakta, devotee, a meditator, a yogi. And he'll go through a death. After death, he'll go to the loka or the place of his upasana. Deity, Vishnu, Shiva, Devi, whichever loka, it's called Brahma loka in general. That's called Krama Mukti. It's not a final liberation, but after going to that loka, he will not come back. So then in that loka, he lives for a long period of time. He'll get Brahmadnana or liberation. Shravana, Manana, Nidhyas he will do and get liberation. He'll get Krama Mukti. He'll become Nasha, Videha Mukti. That is, Videha Mukti will happen when the Pralaya happens. So for a Gnani, he gets Brahmadnana, Atmadnana. What is Atmadnana? Nanimbudu, Nanalla, Ideha, Manabuddhi, Nanalla, Sachidananda Atma, Shivanamnani, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not the intellect, I'm pure consciousness. This Jnana he gets when he's alive. Then he will become Jivan Mukta. While alive, he becomes free from karma and disturbance of the mind. And after death, he will become Videha Mukta. After that, he will not take any birth. This is what we discussed. So now, the discussion is about the powers of a upasaka. So, a Adnani or Samsari Jiva sees Jiva is different from God, Ishvara, and Jiva is different from Jagat. Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, he sees separation. A Bhakta, Upasaka, sees God everywhere, but he still feels I am separate from God. A Gnani has become one with the Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara has become one with Brahman. This is the difference. Now we are speaking of the death of a Upasaka. After doing Upasana of Devata, whichever Devata, he has gone to that Devata Loka. And we have heard that the Upasaka gets a lot of power. Okay. Now, what is the limitation? Limitation of the power of Upasaka is the question. This is called Jagat Vyapara Adhikarana. The liberated soul, Upasaka, who has attained Brahmaloka, has the power. He has all the powers of Lord Ishvara, except the power of creation, sustenance, and destruction. Okay. Om Atato Brahma Jidnasa Om, Om Jagat Vyapar Varjam Prakaranad Asannihita Tattvacha Sutra 550. The Upasaka, the meditator, the Bhakta who has gone to Ishtadevata Loka, Brahma Loka, Vaikuntha Loka, Shiva Loka, Devi Loka, whichever Loka. He gets the power of Ishvara, power of the Lord, power of Ishtadevata, except the power of creation, sustenance, and destruction. Ishvara has 5 powers: Srishti, Sthiti, Samvara, creation, sustenance, and destruction. And Maya for bondage, and liberation, Sadguru. These are the 5 powers of Ishvara. Right? The sutra says he will not get all the powers of Ishvara. He will get some powers of the Ishvara, not all, full. Right? He doesn't get the full power of Ishvara. That is the teaching. Now, why this question is coming? The question is there raised by Purvapakshi. So, in earlier slokas of the Upasaka or Bhakta, when he goes to that loka, he gets many powers. He becomes Satyakama. Whatever he desires will manifest. He becomes Satya Sankalpa. Whatever he desires will happen. Right? That's what we are told. That means he has no limit. Example is given is, if he desires, I want to see my ancestors, Pitrus, the entire Pitruloka will come in front of him. Pitruloka will manifest in front of him. That means he has the ability to create Pitruloka. He has Satyakama, Satya Sankalpa. So the Purvapakshi is saying, he has become Satyakama, Satya Sankalpa. He'll get all the powers of Ishvara. That means he'll become another Ishvara, another Lord. Right? He'll get all the powers. He has unlimited powers of Ishvara. This is what Purvapakshi is saying. And he gives an example for that. Chandogya Upanishad. Liberated Upasaka can roam about in all the worlds. He can go anywhere. Chandogya Upanishad 7.25.2. Then he also gives another example. All Devatas, Brahma, Indra, Varuna, Agni, all Devatas, they will come and offer respect to him. They worship him. Who? The Bhakta in the Brahmaloka. Right? All Devatas do respect. So that's why Purvapakshi says, Upasaka in Brahmaloka has unlimited power of Ishvara. So do you agree with this? Siddhanta says, it is true that Upasaka has got many powers. Satyakama, Satya Sankalpa, he whatever he wishes will manifest. He can whatever he wishes will happen in the world. He can create, and we have given example also, he can create many bodies. He can create many bodies and enter into many bodies. And if he wants Pitruloka, he will think of additional Pitruloka will manifest in front of him. All those things we have said. That means he has the ability to create. But we don't agree that he will get the full power of Ishvara. Okay. Why he doesn't get the full power of Ishvara? That's because entire Upanishad is the glory of Ishvara and Brahman. Upanishad is about glory of Ishvara and Brahman. Wherever in Upanishad we say Ishvara is Ishvara, Bhagavan is the creator, sustainer, destroyer. Okay. Srishti Sthiti Samvara is Bhagavan. Nimitta Karana, Upadana Karana is Ishvara. If you say, nowhere it's mentioned about the Upasaka will be only Ishvara is mentioned. If Upasaka also gets the power, we have to say mention Upasaka also. Otherwise, nowhere it's mentioned. Upasaka also has the power of creation, sustenance, destruction. Only Ishvara's powers are described, not Upasaka's power. Right? If Upasaka also has the power, or more Upasakas have the power, their power also should be mentioned. No, only Ishvara's power, Bhagavan's power is mentioned as creation, sustenance, and destruction. So that's why Upasaka doesn't get the power of Ishvara of creation, sustenance, and destruction. His powers are limited. Hence, a Upasaka cannot have full power of Ishvara. So now, why? Why so? If there is more than one Ishvara, at a point of time in the universe. If more than one Ishvara is there, there's a total confusion. This Ishvara does something, that Ishvara will undo. This Ishvara does something, that Ishvara will undo. It's like two prime ministers. There cannot be two prime ministers. There cannot be two bosses. Two presidents are not possible, only one president. Because two presidents, one person will do something, another person will do something. Decisions will be reversed. And Ishvara's powers are unlimited. So if unlimited powers of Ishvara is unlimited, another Ishvara who is unlimited, so then there's the powers of Ishvara become limited. That means Ishvara is not no longer Ishvara. He will become ordinary person. Right? So from that perspective, there cannot be two Ishvara. Upasaka cannot become Ishvara. Upasaka will have power less than Ishvara, not full powers of Ishvara. That's one logic. So then this guy asks, the Purva Pakshi asks a question, further next question. What is the next question? Let's see. First, let us answer first let us look at the sutra, current sutra. So Purva Pakshi is saying, as per Chandogya Upanishad 7.25, a liberated Upasaka who is in Brahmaloka can roam about in all the worlds. Everywhere he can go. To him, Devatas come and worship. All Devatas, Indra, Varuna, Agni, Vayu, they come and worship the Upasaka. That means, Purva says, liberated Upasaka has all the powers of Ishvara. He is like Ishvara. He is another Ishvara. Siddhanti says, no, he cannot become another Ishvara. To become another Ishvara, our scriptures, Upanishads speak of glory of Ishvara. They don't speak of glory of Upasaka. Wherever Shrashti Sthiti Samvara is there, it's only about Ishvara, not about Upasaka. That's why Upasaka is not included. There is no another reason also. If there are more than one Ishvara, more than one Lord, there will be clash. Then Lord is no longer lost. He has to, it's like two prime ministers cannot be there at one place. So only Lord is there, Ishvara is there, and other Upasakas will have some power, but not full powers of Ishvara. So now Purva Pakshi raises one more question. We'll see what is the answer. Pratyaksha Upadesha iti chet adhikarista mandalato ukteh 551. So released soul does not attain absolute powers of the Lord, Ishvara, because the scriptures say the released soul goes to Ishvara after death, and Ishvara gives him some power. It doesn't mean that he'll get powers of Ishvara automatically. Released soul means Upasaka. Upasaka was gone to Brahmaloka. He'll go to Ishvara, and Ishvara will give him some power. It's not that automatically he'll get promoted to Ishvara. Ishvara will give him powers when he goes to Loka, and the Ishvara is in those this thing is says Ishvara resides in the Surya Bhagavan. Like Surya Bhagavan, the Jiva goes to Upasaka Jiva goes to Ishvara, Surya Narayana, and then he gets some power. The power is given by Ishvara, not just like that. It's not automatically you'll get automatically promoted to Ishvara. No. Why this question is coming? There's a shloka in Taittiriya Upanishad 1.6. He becomes the Lord himself. Swarajyam, he attains Swarajyam. He becomes the master of himself, Swarajyam. Then he becomes Swarajyam means he is the master of himself. So the Siddhanta is saying if he becomes the master of himself, that means there's no other master. There's no other Ishvara, Lord. Okay. So that's why if he becomes master of himself, there's nobody above him. Ishvara also is not there. He attains the power of Ishvara. Then Ishvara cannot be called as master. If you have attained the power of Ishvara, how Ishvara can be master? If the Ashwara, then the Purva Pakshi says, this either you say he attains the power of Ishvara, he becomes like Ishvara, or he becomes another Ishvara, or you say this shloka is false. He attains Swarajyam, he becomes master of himself. That's false. Right? So one of them is false. So the Siddhanti says, read the shloka completely. In the Chandogya Taitiriya Upanishad, where this shloka is coming, he becomes a master of himself. Okay. Continuation of the shloka you read. Then he will go to the Lord who is residing in the sun, Surya Narayana. Okay. And the Lord assigns him power. Ishvara gives him the power. It's not that he'll get the power of Ishvara. So which means he will get the power. Okay, from Ishvara. There's a boss there already, Ishvara. Now, what is the meaning of Swarajyam? Then the question comes. That means he becomes a master of himself. Ishvara is always karma phala data. Even in the world, whatever karma you do, the phala is given by Ishvara. So when the Jiva, Upasaka Jiva has gone to Brahmaloka, he meets Ishvara in the form of Surya Narayana. That Surya Narayana, based on the karma of the Jiva, will give him some power. Not that every bhakta will get the same power. Based on the sadhana, based on his maturity, what I'm saying is power is given to enjoy. Now, when he says Swarajyam, he becomes a master of himself. It does not mean that he'll get the power of ruling others. He'll get the power to enjoy what he wants. There are two types of powers. Power to rule over others, which is Ishwaratva, and power to enjoy whatever I want. He will get Swarajyam, he'll get freedom to enjoy whatever he wants, not the ruling the world. Is the distinction clear? So Ishvara has the power of the ruling the world. Okay. The Jiva, Upasaka Jiva, gets the power to enjoy whatever he wants in the world. It is like somebody goes to the king. Okay, king has power over the kingdom, entire kingdom. So king will say, I am giving you the power to go to any place in my kingdom and enjoy whatever you want. The power of enjoyment is given. That's why it's called Swarajyam. Not that king will not say, come and sit in my place. You become the king. He doesn't say that. Right? King doesn't make another person as a king. King gives the power to enjoy. So similarly, Ishvara gives the power for the Jiva to enjoy anything in the Brahmaloka. If you want, something will happen. You will have Satya Kama, Satya Sankalpa. You want to see your Pitras, Pitraloka will come. That doesn't mean that he is going giving full powers. He gives the power based on the karma of the Jiva, Upasaka. But he is Swarajyam, he gives us to get the Swarajyam or freedom, not for ruling the entire world, for enjoying whatever he wants. Karma phala. For the anything he wants, Satya Kama, any desire he has to enjoy that, he'll get freedom. His vasanas based on his prarabdha karma. So Purvapakshi comes and says, wait a minute, you told he will not get the power of Ishvara. I am quoting Taittiriya Upanishad 1.6, where it said, he becomes the Lord of himself, Swarajyam. He is not bound by anybody. Okay. That means he gets the power of Ishvara. If he has already got Swarajyam, how can he say he doesn't get the power of Ishvara? If he doesn't get the Ishvara power, that means Ishvara is the boss. Here it says Swarajyam. He is free to do anything what he wants. So Siddhanti says, wait a minute, read the further shloka. So he gets the Swarajyam and he goes to the Lord of the mind, Manasapati. Manasapati means here Ishvara, master of all minds, Ishvara, Surya Narayana. Okay. Then there the Manasapati, original Ishvara, Surya Narayana, he is the karma phala data. Ishvara is the karma, Ishvara gives karma phala to all of us. For all of our karma phala is given by Ishvara. There also will give the karma phala based on the jiva's karma phala pending. See, understand? A jivan mukta only will be free from karma phala, prarabdha karma. But this guy, Upasaka, is not free from prarabdha karma. He has already he has an ego. That's why he has prarabdha karma also. In the prarabdha karma, he has something good things to enjoy. So Ishvara gives him the power to enjoy. The Swarajyam does not mean the ability to rule, create the world, maintain the world, and destroy the world. He doesn't become another Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. He has freedom to enjoy whatever he wants based on his prarabdha karma. He has complete freedom to enjoy what he wants. That's the meaning of Swarajyam. Om Vichara Varticha Tatahi Sthiti Maha Sthitim Aha. So now Purva Pakshi comes with another objection. Okay, I'll tell you what is the other objection and what is the meaning of the objection. The objection which is given by Purva Pakshi, please understand, Yad Bhavayati Tad Bhavati. That means whatever you meditate, you become that. The Upasaka has meditated about Ishvara in his whole lifetime. And after that, you are denying him. You are actually doing injustice. Right? So, Upasaka has done the Upasana. Throughout his life, he has done the Ishvara Upasana. You only told no. Yat Bhavayati Tad Bhavati. You give examples of Brahmarkitanaya. The insect will keep on thinking of the Brahmara and it will become Brahmara. Whatever you think, you become in life. He has thought of Ishvara. After that, he will become Ishvara only. That is the objection of the Purva Pakshi. Is there any argument against this? What is the argument? Okay. So the argument here is the Ishvara has two forms, formless and form. Nirakara, Nirguna, and Saguna Sakara. Upasaka with this limited mind cannot even think of all aspects of Ishvara. It's very limited. So, you understood the issue of Purva Pakshi's objection, right? Purva Pakshi says, now Purva Pakshi is arguing that Upasaka is getting the power of Ishvara only, full. Then he says, you only told, Yad Bhavayati Tad Bhavati. Whatever Upasana you do, you'll get the power of that. That you will get. Right? For example, we said Rama Upasana you do, you'll get Dharma. You'll become like Rama. If you do Shiva Upasana, you'll become Vairagya and Jnana you'll get. If you do Guru Upasana, you'll become like Guru. Whatever you meditate, you become that. Right? Whatever you constantly meditate, Yad Bhavayati Tad Bhavati. So we gave a Brahmarkita example also. There's an insect which is carried by a bee. The bee keeps the insect in the nest to feed it to the child. The insect is very afraid of the bee. It will constantly think of the bee and then it develops the wings and flies. It becomes a bee. Yet Bhavayati Tad Bhavati. Whatever you think, you become that. That's why we have to be very careful in our thoughts. We are creating our future life with thoughts. Right? So we have to always think of Shivoham. I am Shiva. I am Shivoham. Then the Purva Pakshi says, my dear sir, this Upasaka all the time he has thought Shivoham. I am pure. He has thought of God. Ishvara. He has made term Ishvara. Right? So he should become after death. Well, after going to Brahmaloka, he should become Ishvara only, no? So the answer given is the human mind, a living being, has a limited mind. No matter how hard you do, you'll not be able to think of all the qualities of Ishvara. Your mind is, you cannot do Upasana fully. You may think it's full, but you will not be able to think of all the qualities of Ishvara. Ishvara has infinite qualities. As Saguna Brahma, he has infinite qualities. He is in the atom, he is in the molecule, he is in the star, he is the planet, he is in the living beings, he is in the non-living beings. So infinite quality of Ishvara is not possible. See, this is what is the difference between one level of Gnani, one level of Bhakta, other. Bhakta also there is a gradation. A Madhyama, Adama and Uttama. Depending on the ability of the mind, a Uttama Bhakta is able to visualize more and more qualities of the Ishvara compared to Madhyama Bhakta. Right? A higher level evolved being is able to think and meditate on the more qualities of Ishvara compared to a lesser level evolved being. Understand? Even the highest level of sadhaka will not be able to think of all the qualities of Ishvara, because Ishvara has infinite qualities. Forget about Ishvara. Let us take one this thing. Let us say I am meditating on banana. Is it possible for me to think of all the qualities of banana? Yellow color, the dot here, the taste, okay, the shape. So many qualities are there. Even just ordinary banana. Understand? Ordinary fruit also I can't visualize fully. Can I? The type of seeds. If I cannot visualize an ordinary fruit or this thing, how can I visualize all the characteristics of Ishvara? Understand? Our human mind is limited. We cannot visualize all the characteristics of Ishvara. That's why he will not become Ishvara. What is said is correct. Advaita, that both is correct. But you will never be able to visualize all the characteristics of Ishvara. That's why you say, hey, that Nani is like this. I also want to become like that. You can never become like that. Because you will not be able to visualize all the qualities of that person. Right? Then another thing is said here. Ishvara has a Saguna Rupa and Nirguna Rupa. Both. Formless and form. Bhakta has no clue about Nirguna Rupa. Bhakta has only clue about Saguna Rupa. He is doing Saguna Upasana. God with the form. He has no idea Nirguna form, formless aspect of God. That means he has not done the complete, he is not able to do complete Upasana of Ishvara. Complete Upasana of Ishvara, Nirguna and Saguna both are required. And if he had done Nirguna Upasana, already he would become Mukta. He is not Bhakta. Bhakta has become Mukta. Right? If he has done Nirguna Upasana also, that means he knows more about Ishvara, then he becomes Mukta only, liberated only. He doesn't come to Brahmaloka. Liberated focus on Nirguna Rupa. Liberated focus on Saguna Rupa Ishvara to purify himself. And Nirguna Rupa for liberation. Right? Whereas Upasaka is focused on Saguna Rupa only. He is not gone to Nirguna Rupa at all. Formless he has not gone. So that's why even Saguna Rupa he can't visualize fully, because Ishvara in Saguna form has infinite qualities. Depending on your maturity, you can only visualize some qualities. So this is what makes a difference between a human being, a evolved human being, a Devata, a Rishi. So many of these evolved beings, Rishi and Devata and evolved human being, are able to visualize more qualities of Ishvara compared to a less evolved being. But still they are not able to visualize full qualities of Ishvara. Ishvara is infinite qualities. Is it clear? So because you are not able to visualize all qualities of Ishvara, right, he will not get to become Ishvara. That logic is are you clear? So he cannot realize Ishvara totally. He is possibly limited. Purva Paksha doesn't agree. In Chandogya Upanishad, Shloka number 3.144.1, it is said that Ishvara is the Nimitta Karana and Upadana Karana, the material cause and instrument cause of the universe. Now, Upasaka does the meditation on this Shloka of the Upanishad, where Ishvara is the creator and sustainer of the universe. So, you have said, if you meditate on teachings of Upanishad, you will get that power. Right? Understand? So, and Upanishads are sacred. Upasaka does the meditation on the creation and sustenance aspect of the universe. I agree that when you say Ishvara, he doesn't get the full power of Ishvara because he can't visualize all the powers of Ishvara. But now he has visualized the creative power of Ishvara. Then he should get creative power, no? He should become another Ishvara, no? Is the question. Is the question valid? The question is valid. The answer is simple. The Upasaka has gone to Brahmaloka. Okay, there's already one Ishvara. He has already created a universe. Right? Now let us say Upasaka, this Upasaka also gets the power to create another universe. Another universe cannot be created until this universe is destroyed. The existing universe has to be removed. Correct? The existing universe will disappear at the time of pranayama. At the time of destruction of universe, the existing universe will go. Correct? So the Upasaka has to create a new universe only after the pranayama is over. Correct? Now he cannot create. He can create a new universe After this universe disappears, after the dissolution, pralaya. My dear sir, already Upanishad says at the pralaya kala, the upasaka will get brahmadnana and get become jiva mukta. He is not there in next pralaya, next srishti, so he can't get become Ishvara. He'll never get the power of Ishvara. Is the logic clear? See, the Upanishad says, the Purvapakshi says, he becomes the Lord himself, Swarajyam. So liberated Upasaka will get the power of Ishvara. Why you will say so? Yad bhavaiti tad bhavati. Anybody who meditates any meditation will get you the power. See, basically we want power in life, right? So you have to meditate on that aspect of Ishvara to get the power. The Ishvara is the source of power. If you meditate Dharma, Rama is Dharma, Dharma will manifest in our life. The power of Ishvara you have to meditate, then we will get the power. That's the key. Understand? So, Yadbhavait Tadbhavati, this person has meditated throughout his life, he has done meditation of Ishvara. He has become a Bhakta of Ishvara, meditated on Ishvara. Right? So that means after death, he will get the power of Ishvara because Yadbhavait Tadbhavati. Whatever you think, he will become that. No, my dear sir, Siddhanta says, no, my dear sir, such thing is not possible. Because Chandogya says, the greatness of Purusha is that, such is the greatness of Purusha. Pado asya vishwa bhutani tripadasya amrutam divi. 1/4 of one small part of Ishvara becomes the entire universe. Right? Entire universe of all living beings and non-living beings is one small aspect of Ishvara. 3/4 of Ishvara is beyond this creation. That means Nirguna, Nirakara. Saguna, Sakara is only one small part. Nirguna, Nirakara is large part. So that means the glory of Ishvara is infinite. How can a human mind comprehend the glory of Saguna Brahma, totality of creation, who is there, the atom, molecule, sun, moon, everywhere? Complete human mind cannot comprehend it. Of Saguna Brahma. Now the Upasaka has done the Upasaka or Bhakta has done the Upasana of form of God. He cannot understand full form of God because his mind is limited. Right? But he doesn't even know that there is a formless aspect. Nirguna Nirakara is there, he doesn't know. If he knows Nirguna Nirakara, he would have done meditation Nirguna Nirakara, then he would have got Mukti. Now he is not a Bhakta, he becomes Mukta. He has done limited aspects of meditation of Ishvara. He can't think fully of the Ishvara. Ishvara is like an ocean, my dear. Okay? If you go to the ocean, how much water you can bring? If you go with a spoon, you'll get 1 spoonful of water. If you go with a cup, 1 cup full of water. If you go with a bucket, you'll get a bucket full of water. But can you bring the ocean? Ishvara is like ocean, infinite qualities, infinite guna. A Upasaka will never be able to comprehend Ishvara fully. Are you clear? And this Nirguna aspect of Ishvara much larger than the Saguna aspect. The Upasaka doesn't even know that. Bhakta, he's Bhakta. He is only focused on the form of Ishvara. So, the Upasaka cannot do full Ishvara for meditation. The level of maturity of the seeker, Upas Bhakta, some Bhaktas are able to do more, some Bhaktas are able to do less qualities of Ishvara. Somebody has a spoon, somebody has a bucket, somebody has a cup when they go to ocean. The Bhaktas, depending on their ability, they can do Upasana of that extent. They cannot do full meditation. Right? You will get a phala, siddhi, power to the extent of your ability in meditation, not full Ishvara. Ishvara's power will not come to you. So this guy says, Ishvara cannot be realized totally, the Siddhanta says. Now, a counter argument is given. You say that, let's say Ishvara, he gets the power of Ishvara to create. Do you see? Purvapakshi says, Upasaka does a meditation on Chandogya 3.14.1, where it said that Ishvara is the creator, Ishvara is the sustainer, Ishvara is the destroyer. He has done the Upasana of Ishvara or not? He has not done the Upasana of all things, but at least he has done the Upasana that he is the creator. Should get the phala? That is not possible, because when he goes to Brahmaloka, okay, let's say he gets the power to create. He cannot create until the current universe is destroyed. So current is destroyed at the time of pralaya. Then he'll be able to create next Srishti. But what happens to Upasaka? Already we have told. At the time of pralaya, the Upasaka who has got a Brahmadnana will merge with the Brahman at the time of pralaya. He has no more birth. So that's why there's no two Ishvara possible. Upasaka will never have the power of Ishvara. Is the logic clear? Om Darshayatah Chaiva Pratyakshanumane. So this understanding comes from the perception and inference. Pratyaksha and Anumana. What is the understanding? Upasaka will not get the power of Ishvara from Shruti and Smriti. Here Pratyaksha and Anumana means Shruti and Smriti. So Pratyaksha Anumana, here Pratyaksha Anumana refers to Shruti and Smriti. So he says, the Shruti says, the universe created universe is only small part of the Ishvara, Bhagavan, Brahman, Saguna Brahma, manifest reality. Nirguna Brahma or Parabrahma is larger part. The sun shines not there, sun doesn't shine there, nor the moon, nor the stars. Where Nirguna Akara you cannot know in the sunlight, moonlight, tube light or flashlight. Mundaka Upanishad 2.2.10. This is Shruti. Smriti, the sun illuminates not, nor the moon, nor the fire. Shri Krishna says, Nabhati Suryo, na Chandrama. Shruti and Smriti both are saying same thing. There is a Nirguna, Nirakara aspect of Ishvara, Brahman, which is much larger than the Saguna Sakara. So Upasaka is not able to meditate on Ishvara fully. How will he get the power of Ishvara fully? Right? See, many places Ishvara or Bhagavan is described as light of all lights, Jyoti Swarupa. Many stotras say Koti Surya Samaprabha, millions of sunlights. Who? Ishvara. Then we'll start visualizing. Oh, I'm seeing light every day. Light. I got enlightened. I got God. You are not seeing God because God cannot be seen. The lights there is your mental light. There are different kinds of light. The physical light is what you see. Sun, moon, solar system, tube light, flashlight, sunlight, all these lights, what you see is physical light. Bhagavan is not Koti Surya physical light at all. It's not like you start visualizing, oh, crores of suns have come. No. Many people think that this sloka, they misleads them. Koti Surya, oh, I closed my eyes, I saw light, brilliant light, I saw God. You didn't see God. Because what you saw is not physical light. God is not physical light. Ishvara is not physical light. Ishvara is not mental light also, visualization. Some people visualize, oh, I saw beautiful light at my forehead here. So light, blue light, green light, yellow light, tube light, all lights. Is not that. They're all mental lights. He's not physical light, he's not mental light. It's light of awareness. Atma Jyoti is Brahman, Ishvara. Atma Jyoti cannot be seen because you are the Atma Jyoti. Antar Jyoti, Bahir Jyoti, Pratyak Jyoti, Paratpara, Jyotireva Jyoti, Swayam Jyoti, Atma Jyoti, Shivasmiham. I am the light of the self awareness, Atma Jyoti. Awareness is non-physical light. I am the light illuminating the entire world. Entire world is physical light. I will illuminate the physical light. Sun also I am illuminating. I am illuminating the mind, mental light. I am the light beyond all lights, Paranjyoti. I am the self-luminous light, Swayam Jyoti. The sun is not self-luminous. Sun and moon, they get the power from the consciousness, Chaitanyam. The sun has a life, birth and death, physical light. Atma is not physical light. Atma Jyoti is not physical light. The mental light, you visualize beautiful form of God, light, flashlight, sunlight, blue color, yellow color, pink color, whatever color you want to visualize. That also after visualization goes. It's not permanent. But your awareness does not come and go. Atma Jyoti does not come and go. That Atma Jyoti is you. That Atma Jyoti is Ishvara. So Atma Jyoti illuminates the sun. Sun cannot be seen without Atma Jyoti. Moon cannot be seen without Atma Jyoti. But sun and moon cannot show Atma Jyoti. The other way. Awareness cannot be seen by sun and moon. That's why Upanishad says, sun shines not, moon shines not, stars are not there. They cannot show Atma Jyoti. But Atma Jyoti can show all of them. Bigger light. So when you say Koti Surya Sabhaprabha, to see sun, I need eyes. The light of eyes is greater than the light of sun. Even if 1 crore suns are there, if I don't have the eyes, I cannot see. So the light of eyes is greater than light of sun. Mind is not working, the eyes cannot see. Eyes are working, but mind is somewhere, I cannot see. The light of the mind is greater than light of eyes. Okay? The light of mind is greater than light of eyes. Light of eyes is greater than light of sun. So if awareness is not there, what's happening in the mind also, I can't understand. So the light of awareness is greatest light. That's why it said Koti Surya Sabhaprabha. Otherwise, people don't understand this, they'll start visualizing. I closed my eyes, I saw a beautiful light, a golden color light, a shining light, a God came. They're all mental light, not physical light, not Atma Jyoti. Atma Jyoti cannot be seen. If you have seen Atma Jyoti, you have become Jivan Mukta, Brahman. When if you see, seeing is being, right? So the Purvakshi is saying, Yad bhavaiti tad bhavati. Whatever you meditate, you will become that. He has meditated on Ishvara. That's why you should become Ishvara. From Shruti and Smriti, we can say he cannot become Ishvara because a larger aspect of Ishvara is Nirguna Nirakara. He has not meditated on that. He has only meditated Saguna Sakara. Form aspect. Even form also he can't fully meditate, only partially he can meditate. Right? How can he get all the powers of Ishvara when he can't meditate fully? So the example given is, the sun shines not, nor the moon, nor the stars. Mundaka Upanishad. The Atma Jyoti cannot be illuminated by sun or moon. Bhagavad Gita also says, Shruti and Smriti. This is called Pratyaksha and Anumana. Bhagavad Gita says, sun illuminates not, nor the moon, nor the fire. Bhagavad Gita. That means Nirguna Nirakara aspect cannot be illuminated with sun, moon. Mind cannot reach there. Mind cannot go there. So Upasaka, whole Upasana is doing in the mental mind only. He is visualizing God, all those things. He has not transcended the mind. He has not understood Atma. Atma Dhyana he has not got. That means his Upasana or his understanding or Upasana of Ishvara is not complete. If it's not complete, how will he get the full power of Ishvara? He has to meditate on Nirguna Nirakara aspect. What is Nirguna Nirakara aspect? Nanu, Nanembudu, Nanalla, Ideha, Manabuddhi, Nanalla, Sachidanandatma, Shivananani, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not the intellect, I'm pure conscious. That he has not meditated. He has meditated only form. He has not meditated the Atma, the self, who is Ishvara. So that's why his meditation is incomplete. That's why he will not get the full power. And if he has meditated on the self, then he's not a bhakta now, he's mukta. He doesn't go to Brahmaloka. He's already mukta in the earth. Om Bhoga Matra Samya Lingacha. So the scriptures are saying he is equal to Ishvara, not in the powers of Ishvara. He has powers of enjoyment. He will get Samya or oneness with Ishvara, not for all the powers, because he cannot become Ishvara. He cannot visualize Ishvara. He will get many of the powers of Ishvara to enjoy what he wants in life. To the extent he will become like Ishvara. You said, Yad bhavati tad bhavati. He will become like Ishvara. That's agreed. But he cannot fully become Ishvara because he cannot meditate on fully Ishvara. He will become like Ishvara, Sarupya or Sayujya, to to the extent of his meditation, and to the extent of his meditation, he will get the power to enjoy what he wants. What is common to Ishvara? Ishvara has power of adhikara, power. Shashti sthiti samvara, adhikara is there. And Ishvara has the power of enjoyment. This guy will get the power of enjoyment, he doesn't get the full power of Shashti sthiti samvara. So, continuing the Purva Pakshi's discussion, the answer given is Brihadaranyaka Upanishad 1.5.2.3. He gets a sarupya of the deity, means he gets the form of the deity. He lives in the same world with the deity. Okay. See, the mukti is 4 types: salokya, samipya, sarupya, savidya. The bhakta worships God in 4 ways. Correct? Ishta Devata. Salokya means I'll pray, Bhagavan, you are near me, you are always near me. Okay? That's Upasana. That's one way of Upasana. Correct? Upasana can be done in different ways, depending on the maturity of the seeker. One bhakta does the Upasana, saying that God is always near him. It's called Salokya Mukti. So, and he does the Upasana like that. God is always near me. God is sitting with me. God is talking to me. Right? Then, when he goes to the Brahmaloka, he'll get that Salokya Mukti. He will get an opportunity to close to God. Are we clear? The way of what Upasana you do, you'll get that. You'll not get something more than that or less than that. What you have done Upasana? God is coming to my house. He's sitting with me. He's talking to me. He's taking food from me. That means God is separate from me, is close to me. Then you'll get Salokya Mukti. When you go to Brahmaloka, you'll be close to God. Right? So somebody does Upasana, Dasoham, I'm servant of God. God is my master, I'm servant. When he goes to Brahmaloka, he'll become servant of God. He'll be very, very close to God. Servant, like Jaya, Vijaya, or like that. Right? Somebody meditates, Samipya, God is my friend. While in earth, he meditates all my friend. Samipya. When he goes to Brahmaloka, what happened? He'll be a friend of God. He'll be very close to God. Friend. Ishta Devata. Sarupya. So, somebody visualizes God is in me. He is no longer a friend. He is no longer close to me. He is in me. I am of the form of God. Shivoham. Soham. He has done meditation. He has taken the form of God. It's called Sarupya. So when he goes to that loka, he'll be in the loka of the deity, but he will have the form of God. Form means the qualities of God. That's why many Bhagavatam and all Puranas, there's a description of Vaikuntha Loka. Somebody goes to Vaikuntha Loka, he sees Sriman Narayana, Vishnu and Lakshmi. Then also he sees all the people in Vaikuntha Loka, people who are going to, there's a place of gold. All houses are made of gold. Everywhere diamond is shining. So the people who are walking there all look like Narayana only. Shankar, Chakra, Gada, Padma. All ladies look like Lakshmi only. That is to explain that they take Sarupya. They take the form of God. The qualities of God comes to them. So here it says, he attains the identity with the deity. That means he gets the Sarupya. But he lives in the same world with it. It doesn't say he'll get the power of the deity fully. Which one says? Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. So then, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, another 1.5.220 says, all beings, all devatas, so the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says 1.5.20, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says all deities are serving the Ishvara. Right? All deities means devatas. Who are devatas? Indra, Varuna, Agni, Vayu, Marut. So many devatas are there. They are serving the Ishvara. Correct? You can imagine Ishvara is like a prime minister. Devatas are like IAS officers. All IAS officers will do some service to the Prime Minister. Prime Minister says, do this, immediately they will start doing. They are implementers. Prime Minister doesn't have to do. They are servants of Prime Minister. They serve. Now, all devatas serve the Ishvara. Similarly, a Bhakta or Upasaka will also be served by these devatas to the extent of fulfillment his desires. He has taken the form of Ishvara, but he doesn't take the power of Ishvara. So these devatas, he is Satyakama or Satyasankalpa, means he thinks something, devatas will fulfill it. They will not fulfill the creation. They are also created beings. So they serve the Upasaka, just like they are serving the Ishvara, master. Is the understanding clear? Yes or no? All devatas serve, similarly, devatas serve Saguna Upasaka. Because Saguna Upasaka has taken the form of Ishvara. Form means Sarupya. Is it clear? So we are continuing the discussion of Purvapakshi. Purvapakshi says, Siddhanti says, give an argument. He attains the identity with the deity. He may attain Sayuja also, means oneness also. But still he lives in the same world. Sayuja is, if he has attained the complete Sayuja, then he is Jivan Mukta. There is no more individuality. He has become one with the deity, but still has an individuality. That's called Sayuja. Sarupya means he has taken the form of deity. Okay. So because he has taken the form of deity, Ishta Devata, he lives in the same world with the Devata. Right? So, but he doesn't say that he has got the power, all the powers of Devata, Ishta Devata. All devatas means Brahma, Vishnu, all devatas of Brahma, Indra, Agni, Varuna, the devatas of nature. They serve Ishvara, Bhagavan. Similarly, they will serve this person also, who is Mukta. But they will not, but they'll serve the Mukta, whatever he desires, Satyakama, Satyasankalpa, these devatas will make happen. They are like IAS officers. To the extent they will fulfill. The Mukta doesn't get the power of Ishvara. That's the summary. The liberated one, liberated Upasaka doesn't get the power of Ishvara. So now this is about the deity Upasaka. Whatever Upasana of the Guru Upasaka, Guru Upasaka will get the power of aspects of Guru when he is doing Upasana. Whatever qualities of Guru he meditates, he'll get it. So Guru has clarity. Guru is clear. Guru operates through everybody. That Upasana will bring the qualities of Guru in you. That's why it's called Guru Upasana. Guru is Mukta. Guru is liberated. If you start saying Guru is also bonded like me, you'll never get Mukti. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat, Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guru. My Guru is Jagat Guru, is the master of the universe. My Guru is Sakshat Parabrahma. If you meditate like that, you will also have the qualities of Parabrahma. You will also start becoming Mukta. If you start thinking the Guru is also like a human being like me, you will never become Mukta. Whatever you meditation you do, you will become that. Om Anavrittihi Shabdat Anavrittihi Shabdat Om. So it's 2 times it's repeated. Anavrittihi Shabdat Anavrittihi Shabdat. There's no return for Upasaka. There's no return for Upasaka on account of scriptural statement. The Purvapakshi comes with another question now. So, if he has limited power, right, he has to come back to earth. Why? A limited power, still not satisfactory. He has limited power now. He has to come back to earth to gain more power and go back. Right? Because he is limited power, he will have to come back to earth. That's why he will be born again. And limited power also will end. There's an end to the limited power. Only unlimited power is fine. So he'll come back to earth. So the Upanishad says, Chandogya Upanishad, those who go to Brahmaloka, those Upasakas who go to Brahmaloka in Devayana Marga or Uttarayana Marga or path of gods, do not return. Going by that way, they'll reach immortality. Chandogya Upanishad says. They no more return to the world. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says. The Upanishad is saying the Upasaka will go to Brahmaloka. He does not return to earth. From there, he will get Jnana and he will get Jivan Mukti. He doesn't come back. So, because of that, what Purvapakshi says he will come back to the earth is not correct. Upanishad is saying he will not come back because he has gone there to get experience whatever remaining prarabdha karma, whatever bhoga. What is it? Satya Kama, Satya Sankalpa, he'll experience something. After that, he'll get Jnana there. Then he'll get Mukti. He'll get eternity. He'll not come back. So your understanding that he'll come back is not correct. Now, why it's returned? Why it's told two times? Two times. Sa nivartati, anavartihi. It's told two times because this chapter 4 and fourth pada is ending. To indicate that fourth pada is ending, it's repeated two times. That's a way of saying the sutra is the end of this fourth chapter. So the Purvapakshi question that Purvapakshi questions, if he has limited power, he will have to come back now. I thought he will become Ishvara. He is not becoming Ishvara. He has some limited power to enjoy something. Then he'll come back. No, he'll not come back. He gets the limited power to enjoy whatever he wants. Any prarabdha karma is there, pending prarabdha karma, he'll enjoy. After that, he is ready for Jnana there. He'll get Jnana. He'll become Satya Kama and Satya Kama Sankalpa to enjoy whatever fruits of his good karma. Then after that, he'll focus on Jnana. He'll get Brahma Jnana. He'll get Mukti. He'll not return to earth. So this is said in Chandogya Upanishad. Those who go to Brahmaloka, Devayana Marga, Uttarayana Marga, or path of God, do not return to earth. Going by that way, one reaches immortality. That means they'll go to Saguna Brahmaloka, then they'll get Brahmadnana, they'll get Nirguna Brahmadnana and Mukti at the time of Pranayama. They'll never come back. No more return to this world, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. That's why Upasaka will not return to the world. So with that, we are concluding the fourth pada of fourth chapter. With that, our discussion on the fourth chapter is complete. Mukti. We have discussed various aspects of Mukti of a Upasaka and a Jnani. Let us sit silently for some time. Close your eyes. Sit silently. Become aware of your body. Become aware of your breath. Become aware of your inner space. Just relax in the inner space of the body. Any thought comes, let it come, let it go. Remember, I am pure consciousness, Shivaswarupi, Shivoham. asatoma sadgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Nanu Nanembudu Nanalla Ideha Manabuddhi Nanalla Sachidanandatma Shivananane Shivoham Shivoham Shivoham. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not the intellect, I'm pure consciousness, Shosrupi. Atma Darshanam, Brahma Darshanam, Brahma Darshanam, Satya Darshanam. To know the self is to know God. To know God is to be God. To be God is to know the truth. Antarjyotihi, Bahirjyotihi, Pratyak Jyotihi, Paratpara, Jyotireva Jyotihi, Swayam Jyotihi, Atma Jyotihi, Shivosmeham. I am the light of the self, awareness, Atma Jyoti. I am the light illuminating the world, Jagat Jyoti. I am the light beyond all lights, Param Jyoti. I am the self-luminous light, light of love, compassion, and wisdom. Lokaha samastaha Sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha Sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha Sukhino bhavantu. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Rub both of your hands. Give warmth to the eyes. Slowly open your eyes. There are many social media sites are given. Light of Self YouTube channel is there. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can forward this to anybody. You can also subscribe to Light of Self website. For children's programs, you can go to iLead programs. Anybody has any questions on today's class? With that, fourth chapter of Bhagavad Gita is completed. Brahmasutra is completed. We'll take up what is the next session.
Pranam Gurudeva.
Who is speaking? Yeah.
Yes, Gurudeva. I have a question, two questions. The first one is, as Upasaka meditating on the Ishtadevata cannot visualize all the characteristics of the Devata because he is doing Saguna Upasana. But when he is doing Nirguna Upasana by Shambhavi Mudra, can he be absorbed in the infiniteness of the Ishtadevata?
Yes, he can. Nirguna Upasaka becomes, he is not a Upasaka now, he becomes a Mukta.
Nirguna Upasana is
Nirguna Upasana will lead to Mukti, liberation. He is no longer Upasaka, he is no longer Bhakta, he is merged, no? There's the ego is gone now.
So is the Shambhavi Mudra
Nirguna Upasana you should not confuse with Nirguna Dhnana.
Okay.
Nirguna Dhnana can come not through a mudra or meditation practice. Nirguna Dhnana comes through Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa, Atma Vichara.
Yes.
Upasana means visualization. Mind is involved. Nirguna Upasana, he constantly visualizes, I am formless. He visualizes. That means mind is involved.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, yes.
A Mukta is the one who gets Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa, you get Jivan Mukti. It's called Dhnana, Atma Dhnana. Upasaka is called Bhakta.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah, the second question. Visualizations and perceptions of an Upasaka when received by Satguru or when blessed by the teachings of Satguru, does it purify the Upasaka or does it expand his visualization and perceptions about Ishvara?
It will help and help purify and help in the Upasaka. Both will happen. But the purpose of Upasana is purification, Chitta Shuddhi. Chitta Shuddhi lead to Atma Dhnana, clarity of the intellect. Right? Now we are speaking of a Upasaka who has done Upasana, but he didn't get it Dhnana. That's why he'll go to as Upasaka Jiva to Brahmaloka.
Yes,
so blessings of the Sadguru Master helps the Upasaka in terms of purification and perception, clarity, purity. Is that answer clear? Yeah, not able to hear you. Voice is not audible. Can you speak loud?
Yeah, I'm speaking loudly, Gurudeva.
No,
Am I
no.
audible?
Huh? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, now it's okay.
Right now, Gurudeva?
Huh?
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. So you say that the purification will happen um, because of the teachings of Sadhguru
Yes.
in the visualization and perceptions.
Yes.
And this purification is actually nothing but Atma Gnana.
No, purification prepares you for Atmanana. You will develop Shama, Dama, Titiksha, Uparati, Shraddha, Samadhana. Shat Sampati will develop. Atmadnana has to be learned under a guru, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa. Who am I? Enquiry. Upasana is purification. Atmadnana is clarity. Purity of the mind and clarity of the intellect. Purity of the mind is called Upasana. Clarity of the intellect is called Jnana.
Yes, sir. Yes, Guru.
Clear?
Yes, Guru. Clear.
Anybody else any questions?
Namaste, Guruji. Hello.
Yes, yes.
ಎರಡು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಗುರುಜಿ. ಸಾಧಕನಿಗೆ he cannot be equal to the ಈಶ್ವರ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ನಿರ್ಗುಣೋಪಾಸನೆ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Plus and he will be merged with the Brahman at the end of the pranayama.
ಹೌದು.
So those two examples are very good that he cannot be equal to the Ishvara.
He cannot become another Ishvara.
Another Ishvara. Otherwise it will be the whole universe will be chaos. If too many
parameters, right?
ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು examples. Those two are
very good.
For entire these two examples are very good actually. It clears all the doubts of sadhaka's powers.
Right.
Very nice.
Anybody else any questions? Satyavati has asked one question. What is the question? Satyavati, is Upasaka soul liberated, Guruji? He lands in Brahmaloka but not liberated, right? The Upasaka soul is called Krama Mukti. He is on the process. He is a work in progress. That's why he is called liberated. Work in progress, liberated. He will get partially liberated from earth. Then he will go to Brahmaloka. He will not return. He'll fulfill his prarabdha karma, all punya, and then he will get a Brahmadnana and gets liberated. His work in progress. Is already admitted to the liberation club.
But is referred as liberated only?
Liberated Upasaka is said.
Okay.
Liberate.
But there is no still the final liberation is not happened.
It's called Krama Mukti.
Yeah. And this Krama Mukti is 4 steps now, Guruji. It is not 4 types. It is 4 steps. Salokya, Samipya.
No, 4 steps for
Again,
somebody.
You say that work in progress may 4 types.
No. 4 steps for somebody goes through all the 4 steps in the earth. Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, Sayuja, somebody can go through. Okay. Somebody comes to just complete 1 step. Salokya, he'll go to Salokya there in the level, that level.
Okay.
It's 4 steps for somebody who can complete it. Okay. Somebody completes only 1 step, he'll go to 1 step only there.
Okay. So you call it as types.
Then it will become 4 types because he has not completed 4 steps here.
Okay. And another thing, I have put it in the chat box, like when you said the human mind limited, so he cannot imagine the complete Ishvara, it is like a ocean, everything, agree to that. But when we take the analogy of this Brahmara Kita, that Kita, how the small mind of the Kita can imagine the Brahmara and it can fly. Will that analogy fit in here, Guruji? When we take this aspect, this I have understood completely. I agree with this also.
No, the Kita is thinking of Brahmara all the time. It has a wing and it can fly. So to that extent, it will become Brahmara. I don't know whether it will think like Brahmara, eat like Brahmara. I don't know.
No,
whatever aspects of Brahmara.
I understand and agree also to this. But as you say, analogy sometimes has to be taken only as analogy. So that way we can always.
So Kita is afraid of Brahmara. It thinks of the wings of the Brahmara. It will fly. Whether it will become Brahmara, I can't know. The limitation of mind is always there.
Yeah.
Correct?
So another thing is like, yeah, all this while at a personal level, I always used to say that I haven't done a person anyway. But when this Brahma Sutra started, also you are giving in detail about the liberation process for Agdani, Gnani, and Upasaka. So nothing attracted me. And after hearing today's thing, also, so it is final, Guruji. Even Upasaka, as you said today, he cannot, even though he does that Saguna Upasana, even in the Saguna Upasana, he cannot imagine completely. So that's it.
Yeah, his purpose is purification. He has
Yeah,
got
but Upasaka also can be, I mean, like following, like as Sitalji asked, like have a Sadguru, and he may also be pursuing this path of Gnana. So he'll be half Upasaka, half this thing.
He can be, if he dies as Upasaka, he didn't get Gnana, he'll go to Brahmaloka. If he gets Gnana, he'll become Jivan Mukta. Does he complete the course or partial? He completes the Gnana also, he'll become Jivan Mukta. If he's not able to complete Gnana, he'll get Gnana in the Brahmaloka.
Okay. Yeah, but can we take that as Yoga Brashta also? Like he is on the path of Gnana?
No. Yoga Brashta is a different.
Yoga is Gnana as well as a Upasaka.
No. Yoga Brashta is somebody has practiced Gnana, Yoga, whatever Yoga. Okay. He doesn't have the clarity of even Ishta Devata and all. He is trying to, he's a elbowed learner.
Okay.
He has not made a lot of progress. If he has a lot of made progress, he'll go to Brahmaloka only. No, why he'll come back to earth?
Okay.
His education, even as Upasaka, is not complete. As Yogi also is not complete.
Okay. So best is Guru Upasana.
Yeah, but you'll never become a Guru. Because you'll never be able to, and in the sense, you'll never be able to get the full qualities of Guru. See, example is Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, okay, did 64 different types of sadhana. How many? 64.
Okay.
For him, each sadhana will take 2 days. 2 days he'll finish off one sadhana and one realization. Here, 12 shishas. Each shisha could do only one type of sadhana. None of them can even think 2 types of sadhana. Can they surpass Ramakrishna Paramahamsa? They can't. But one sadhana they can do is sufficient for their liberation.
Okay.
Understand? So they do Upasana of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, they do Saguna Upasana of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Nirguna Upasana of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. But still, with Saguna Upasana of Ramakrishna, they cannot reach the level of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. With Nirguna Upasana, they get Mukti.
Yeah.
Which Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Vivekananda is the best Shishya of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. He could do only one Upasana, which is actually Advaita Upasana. Right? He cannot do other 63. In that way, Saguna Upasana of the Guru helps you to purify, but Saguna Upasana of the Guru cannot help you to reach the level of the Guru.
Is required, and also the Nirguna form also cannot be imagined, and so but can be understood through Gnana. If we take even in that way, because there is nothing to imagine there, but that also doesn't come as Upasane, but Gnana alone is for Mukti or liberation, whatever stands by.
No, there are 2 things. Saguna Upasana is a quality. Nirguna Upasana about the Mukti. Okay, when you do Saguna Upasana of Devata, the quality of Devata like Dharma, Viveka, Vairagya, those will manifest. When you do Saguna Upasana of the Guru, the clarity of the Guru, Shama, Dama, Titiksha, Uparati, Shraddha, Samadhana is the quality of the Guru. A Jivan Mukta Lakshana. Okay. Nirguna Upasana is Jnana, Atma Jnana. So, the quality of the Guru will manifest partially to the extent of your ability to Upasana. So then, see, then many people come, they think the Guru is a person. Then they cannot get Mukti. If they are able to see Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, then they can get Mukti because they are going to Nirguna Upasana through the Saguna body.
Yes. Correct.
Parabrahma, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma. When you say Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, you are doing Saguna Upasana of the Guru. Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, you are doing Nirguna Upasana of the Guru. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Saguna Upasana of what? As Brahma, Guru is able to create the interest in Atma Jnana for many people. As Vishnu, he is able to support that. As Shiva, he is able to destroy the ignorance. This is called Saguna Upasana of the Guru. And he is Parabrahma, is the Nirguna Upasana Guru. That shloka is Saguna and Nirguna Upasana both.
Even if I do the Nirguna Upasana Guru, we cannot get the entire knowledge of Guru.
Yeah, Saguna Upasana is still will be gap with it. Parabrahma is Nirguna Upasana, you can get it. Because Parabrahma is, there's no quality, no?
Disciple can never get the entire knowledge.
No, Parabrahma you can get. Parabrahma is Nirguna, Nirakara, formless. There's no quality there, no?
Disciples never surpass.
No, Parabrahma, yes, Mukta. Saguna, yes, you cannot. Saguna you can get because you cannot visualize all the qualities of Guru.
They are talking about the final goal of liberation. Even this fellow might get liberated, but the knowledge, he cannot get the full knowledge. That's why I gave example of 64 sadhana for Ramakrishna Vivekananda. That's why I gave the example. No? Saguna aspect you can get to the extent of what you can take. Okay. Anybody else any questions?
Thank you, Guruji.
Okay.